solo.
Welcome, Council, Mr. Massey. We haven't started the meeting yet, but now that you're here, we're going to go, I guess, call it to order. And I'll call this special session Mayor and City Council meeting at 4:35 p.m. Wednesday, November 15, 2017, here at City Hall Complex Council Chambers. Call it to order. Will you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? Commander Diaz, would you do the honor of leading us to the pledge?
My honor, Mayor. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Thank you very much. It's going to be kind of a short agenda today. We really don't want to go into a lot of heavy discussion, but I just want to read here on that order number before we go any further. An order of the Council of the City of Nogales, Arizona, approving a notice of termination of employment contract with City Attorney Joel Machado, whereas pursuant to paragraph 5 of the Employment Services Agreement between the City of Nogales and Joel L. Machado for legal services, the City Attorney dated April 6, 2017, the City Council with 60 days advance written notice may terminate the contract. And going to order 3, we have consideration and possible action of order 2017-11-067, an order of the Council of the City of Nogales, Arizona, approving a notice of termination of employment contract with City Attorney Joel Machado. Do I have an order a motion to approve?
So move, Mayor.
Okay, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, it's pretty clear and stated here on the contract. It's very simple, if you'll all read it. And so what we're going to be voting on today is whether vote your conscience, whether you want to keep Mr. Machado or approve this notice. So with that said, I'll just call to the question and we'll do a roll call vote.
Are we in discussion?
Yeah, well, that's the discussion. We don't want to go into heavy discussion. We don't want to go into, the only thing we're going to discuss is things that might complicate this agreement. And we're voting the agreement on it. Now, we've all been working under Joe for the longest of time. We all know. So you just vote. We'll vote our conscience without saying too much. And that way, but if you're going to say something, please don't mess up by saying something that will complicate this contract. Yes, Councilman Lucero.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I just had a couple just legal questions just to make sure that everything was properly noticed and everything's in proper form and the orders all in proper form.
Mr. Mayor and Councilmember Lucero, yes, to my knowledge, everything's been properly noticed with respect to this meeting, and the document itself, the motion, appears to be in good form to do what it purports to do.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, just a couple of comments. Why, if Mr. Machado is going to retire in March 2nd, I believe it is, what's the rush? What's the haste?
Okay.
Why?
All right. Normally, then this is the problem. I can explain it to you. I hope it doesn't compromise the situation. I think you all know pretty well. And the thing is that anytime someone does that, they slack off, and we need somebody to be on top of things. Now, I don't want to. If we start going back and forth, at one point, we are going to end up ourselves in a legal problem, I believe. The less we say is the better. Would you say, Counsel? Your advice? No.
I think everyone here knows what the legal issues are, and I don't think I need to give public advice at this point, Mr.
Okay.
Mayor, but,
And-
and so I will just, you're all well educated on these sorts of legal issues, so I'll just leave it at that.
And so I'll take that, and I'll call to the question, we'll do a roll call vote,
Okay.
we'll start with myself and go down the road.
I still would like to have, I think we're all, you know, again, like I said, educated people.
Yeah,
We would
yeah,
like to
yeah, yeah, but so is the attorney, and we don't want to put ourselves, you know, complicate this and say something that this agreement is very simple. You read it.
I said that from the very
No.
beginning, it was a three-page.
And all I said, let's vote on it, you can vote any way you want, that's okay. But then it'll be on whatever the majority of the council decides. If we want to keep them, fine, if you don't, then
Now,
that's
and
fine.
the question be asked, what is Plan B then? I mean, assuming that the votes are there, and Mr. Machado, what is Plan B? I mean, are we gonna be without a city attorney?
No, we will
Or-
not
or-
be without legal representation for more than a week.
Well, he's still the city attorney for 60 more days.
Yeah.
City
Well, that's it, yeah, right.
He's still the city attorney.
He remains a city
60
attorney,
more
it's just that we're what we're doing is giving
Yeah.
advance city notice. But if he should decide to make what I'm thinking is if he decides to turn in another resignation,
It's a difference.
shortcoming those 60 days,
That's a difference.
then we're still ready to continue to go on with, you know, have somebody walk into the office as
So
interim-
he's-
interim
So
city
basically,
attorney.
he will continue being city attorney?
he will continue being for the
next
60 days. Yes, yes.
Just as a question again, and this is again, we're all big boys,
Okay.
and nobody, you know, nobody's gonna be yelling or.
No,
or
no,
screaming
that's
or
not the
trying to
point,
choke anybody. Marcy, don't.
No, you're like a trumpeter. You're the only trumpeter here.
Okay.
So, my question is, what was the difference between 60 days and 45 more days or 105 days? What is the difference?
That's a big difference.
Because he'd already handed in his retirement as of March 2nd, as Mr. Diaz said, or as Councilman Diaz said.
Yes.
So what would be the difference? I mean, what's the difference between just letting it go that way
Well,
and everybody just
and
walks
that's
out,
fine.
everybody walks out without any hassle?
That's your point. That's, and I understand that. But you know, everybody probably will have a different point of view, and I don't want to be arguing back and forth because I've seen how these things go. Before you know it, we start getting into an area where exactly where we don't want to go.
No, I think just everybody will present their deal. Nobody has to argue the point or, you know, whatever. I mean,
Okay.
It's just, you know,
Then
in the meeting
say-
like this.
if you want to say your comments, that's fine, but we're not going to get into, like you said, an
Sure,
argument.
sure.
going back
You
and
know,
forth.
I just want to say whatever comments I think are legit. And like you said, you know, I was under the impression that he was going to be let go immediately, you know. Even though
Oh.
it said 60 days. even
No,
though it
60
said
days,
60
it says there, upon 60 days.
Yeah,
Well,
even though
they-
it said 60 days until Mr. Verona came in here, I still believe that maybe they were gonna come up and say immediately, right? So just,
No,
that's in
no,
my
the
mind.
contract
That's
reads, the contract
That's
reads,
in my mind.
the contract reads 60-day written advance notice to terminate, at the end of 60 days, then it's terminated.
Sure, but it could be accepted for 105 days or whatever. Yeah, because my main problem is there's a lot of litigation pending.
You know, he's not doing most of the work. It's contracted out. We're paying a lot of money for work that's being contracted out, Mr. Venecian.
But there's always a lead attorney. It doesn't matter who's doing the deal. There's always a lead attorney. As far as anything I've ever been,
Okay,
there's always a
and
lead
that's
attorney.
fine.
So-
You can make your comments. Okay. Go ahead. Yes, Mr. Diaz, go ahead.
Okay, I know we have a hearing, a IBWC hearing in February,
Mhm.
and Mr. Machado wanted to stay to March so we can get somebody and he could bring up that person up to speed.
He'll
He
have
could
60
let
days. He'll have 60 days to do it.
So, but by
Besides,
this
the
action,
lawyer that's going to do that, Mr. Diaz, is already on board. We've contracted him out. He's the one that's been doing all the work for our the IBWC.
so we are going to have somebody. We don't want to lose that.
Mr. Machado wasn't even prepared to give a presentation the other day on the IBWC. You know, that's what I was saying. You know, he's not that up to speed on the IBWC. It's the people around him that are doing the work.
So what you're saying, Mr. Machado was not doing his job.
There you go. There
Is
you
that-
go.
is that what
I
you're
call to
saying?
the question. Yeah, City Clerk, please. We start roll call vote right here, right now. No, that's it. It's I run the meeting, and that's it. We're calling roll call vote. Okay. I vote to terminate the employment agreement. Is that the way it's?
Well, I think the motion is very straightforward
Okay.
as far as accepting the order.
That's correct.
And so a yes would mean terminate with 60 days written notice.
Okay, yes. Okay, I vote yes.
Mr. Maldonado,
Oh,
Mr. Lucero,
Yes.
Mr. Rojas,
yes.
Mr. Barona,
Aye.
Would you say yes, please, Mr. Barona? Just for the record, what they said, say yes or no? Is that yes?
An aye is considered a
Yes,
positive.
I know that, but let's just keep it like that when you request, please.
A yes.
thank you. Mr. Venecian,
No.
Mr. Diaz,
No.
Okay. 4-3, motion
4-3.
carried. We have, regarding this motion, we have a, I guess number 8.
Discussion upon.
Okay, Exhibit 8.
Yes.
Exhibit 8 will be presented. I have it here in letter form. I will read it so that all of you will know that it's from the mayor's office to Mr. Machado. Dear Mr. Machado, pursuant to the terms of your contract of employment with the city of Nogales, please be advised that 60 days from today, your employment as city attorney shall be terminated. Sincerely, John F. Doyle, Mayor. This I present to where the clerk or the city,
The order directs the city manager
yes,
to go
to
ahead
be
and serve.
to you, so that you can take due diligence and do the process of making sure Mr. Machado receives his 60-day advance written notice. Okay, now we're finished with that item. We'll go to discussion items. Number 1, discussion and possible direction to staff regarding process to search for next city attorney. Do I have a motion to continue in that direction?
So move, Mayor.
Okay,
Second.
Okay, now discussion. Any
Well,
discussion on?
Mr. Mayor, I think we're going to have a presentation on a vacancy through the Arizona League of Cities and Towns, which Mr. Machado, at least the last time I knew, was also the Human Resource Director. And he was making contact with the Arizona League of Cities and Towns. So I think, I know our staff in Human Resources is not at full capacity right now, but I do have the confidence that our staff at our Human Resource can go ahead and advertise it. Dr. Felix can oversee it and all that, and we can keep that in-house as long, I think that Dr. Felix can go ahead, you can list it as a line, as an agenda item at our next meeting, and let Dr. Felix make a presentation on how our staff can handle this. I don't have any problem with our staff handling that.
Is that the direction? Do I have a motion?
Well, is this being tabled then, until the presentation by Dr. Felix?
Yeah, I would
think
agree.
that's what we have.
Yes, I would agree with Councilman Newmar that let's just table it and let's this is how I feel. I think Mr. Canesan concurs, but let Dr. Felix come back and say, hey, I can handle it with the staff, or my staff is too small, we're overloaded, we need to go out.
So are you making a motion to table or is it?
To table, but with the understanding that at our next meeting, Dr. Felix will make a presentation, if he can handle it, or a recommendation of one.
So we have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, open for any more discussion?
You're supposed to discuss once it's been motioned to table, correct?
Okay,
Yes, I think
All
that's
right.
correct.
okay. So then, all those in favor of approving that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion tabled. So that motion has been tabled. And now can I guess now we have to go back and vote on it, right? We were supposed to vote to
No,
table.
once it's tabled,
Okay, all right.
it'll come back at the next meeting
Oh,
on the agenda.
So that pretty much takes care of our agenda items tonight. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion carried.